Good morning, Aries. Welcome back to Tarot with Kat. I'm Kat. It's Monday, November 24th, and I'm here every Monday morning giving weekly tarot readings for all the fire and earth signs, and on Wednesdays for all the air and water signs. Welcome back to my channel. Do take a second to smash that subscribe button right now. If you're one of my first 500 subscribers, you will get a free membership. All right, Aries, so this week, clarity is going to replace confusion for you. We're coming out of some energy that's finally like resolving things, and things are starting to come to some clarity. So let's find out what the tarot has in store for you this week, Aries. This is the reading for Aries for the week of November 24th through December 1st. I'm using the Centennial Smith-Waite deck, which I've linked in the description to this video, along with links to other decks and a breakdown and biblical parallels to the reading as well. So that's all in the description below. And this week, Aries, you are coming out as the World card, our final major arcana. Gorgeous. Let's see what the rest has for you. So you are coming out as the World. Crossing you as your challenge, obstacle, or awareness this week. Another major arcana, Justice. Talk about bringing clarity now. Stepping into some clarity, I guess. Bringing with you down here in your subconscious tool shed, what's coming along with you as part of you is this Seven of Swords card. Then you, in your immediate past, in the beginning of November, you're stepping out of a Page of Swords situation. In your crown here, in your ideal, is a Nine of Wands. Stepping into the immediate future, in the first week of December, we're getting a Five of Swords, lots of swords, swords and wands. You and your environment this week, Aries, you're feeling like a Page of Pentacles. And then your environment around you this week, another sword, Ace of Swords. Lots of communication, lots of words, maybe even legal matters, perhaps. In your hopes and fears sector this week, more swords, the Three of Swords. Very sword heavy, very air heavy this week for you, Aries. Final potential outcome, beautiful Two of Cups. So that's lovely after all these swords. You having the one pentacle here. And you, of course, are the World. You've got some major arcana there at your core of your reading. So this is a general Celtic Cross reading, which I find works best for these general astrological readings that I do twice a week. When I don't remember section, I'll do more in-depth readings, plus we'll clarify cards. Yeah. So also do check out your sun, moon, and rising sign. I made a video for the month of November explaining that, which I'll link at the end of this video. All right, we're going to pick one more card before we get deeper into this read, and that is from our holographic Rider-Waite deck, and this will be a confirmation card or further clarification of this reading. And there it is. Ooh, it wants to be that one. It wants to be that one. So we'll keep that hidden until the end of the reading, and then we'll check it out. We'll see what it is, and it'll give us further. Sometimes it's just flat out confirmation, the same cards again, or it's further clarification. All right, so let's get into your reading, shall we, Aries? You're being represented by the World. It's beautiful. It's our final major arcana, the 21st. It's like on the Fool's journey. He's finally reached the end. He feels on top of the world. He's arrived, so to speak. And so, but what's the thing to remember is when you've done this, you're also at a new beginning. So, and the numerology here, it's 21, it's a 2 and a 1, it's a 3, which is change. So you have achieved and you've reached this pinnacle that now means you're facing other big changes to step in the next new big thing. And so it's big changes coming for you too when you get that World card. Okay, but you're literally feeling like you've got the world at your feet. You're being crossed as your challenge, obstacle, or awareness by the Justice card. Another major arcana. So, and makes total sense. You're weighing everything in your... in your experience in your life that you're bringing in, and then you're literally judging it and keeping what is good for you and letting go of what is not. And that's how you make forward motion and forward progress. So that is your, I think it's an awareness and a challenge. I don't see it as an obstacle at all for you, Aries. So down here in your subconscious tool shed is this Seven of Swords. Look out, look out. The Seven's about. It's a card of lies, thievery, trickery. People try to put one over on you. He's going in and he's stealing 5 of the 7 swords and sneaking off with them. So it's a card to be cautious. So maybe you've dealt with things in your past, especially legally, it's swords, especially when it comes to communications and legal matters, where you've kind of, people have put one over on you and you've had to deal with some of this trickery. And so you're bringing that with you this week as part of you as you go into all these other swords this week. So you've got that in your subconscious, that awareness. You're stepping out of a Page of Swords situation. So in your immediate past. So pages are always like younger people or younger energy, and swords generally, and they generally have to do with a new endeavor, with swords, it could be higher education, going back to college, studying something new for a new career path, or something along those lines, just beginning recently. If it was a one-on-one reading and we were asking about people in your life, it could represent a person who's an air sign. Excuse me. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air sign, perhaps younger energy. But because this is a general reading, I see this as you, like, in your recent past, starting some new learning, higher learning, or learning around your, whatever it is you're trying to do with your endeavors. Because here in your crown, so you have the Knight of Swords in your recent past. Here in your crown, you've got the 9 of Wands. So 9 is the end of a cycle, and Wands are just a bunch of work. It's a fire sign, but it's action, it's work, it's labor. And so you are at the end of a cycle, and you have a lot of work to wrap up and do. You still have a lot of work to do, and this is here in your crown. So I think this is really warning you about burnout. This can be the card of burnout. It's warning you that you have a lot of things that you got to stick to and you got to do. But at the same time, you need to be warned against burnout and make sure that you're doing the self-care. Take a break. Take a break from the work to go take a hike, or, play with the dog, or whatever. That's super important. And I think that's why this burnout card is in your crown right now. You've come to the end of a cycle. That's why you're feeling the world and starting to do some new things, because you've got an ace over here in your environment, which we're getting to. So stepping into your immediate future, more swords. And swords are everything. I consider it from the neck up. It's communication, it's reasoning, it's logic, it's often legal matters, it's higher. It can also represent higher learning. Stepping into your immediate future in the first week of December are more swords. This 5 of Swords. So this is a card of, 5s are always off balance. It's poor communication. It's quarrels. It's people not understanding each other's point of view. So I see you stepping into some of that in the first week of December. So I would be very mindful and careful about how you speak when you're applying this justice, and you're like putting your life in the new order. You need to be mindful about how you communicate with people, I think, is that because you're stepping into this 5 of Swords situation. Exchange of words that maybe doesn't go well for either side. Nobody walks away a winner with the 5 of Swords is the thing. So yeah, because you this week, you are feeling like a Page of Pentacles. So this Pentacles are health, wealth, finances. So I feel like you're trying to grow something new, especially around your career and finances. Say maybe something more long-lasting or substantial, which is probably why you were doing this, you know, Page of Swords, learning whatever it is, because you're also you're feeling this Page of Pentacles energy where you're starting to learn about some new endeavor that you want to start to build, because your environment is giving you an Ace of Swords. So aces are always new beginnings and a new spark of something. Swords are ideas. So this could be a brilliant new idea that you're exploring and building. They also can represent truth, the Ace of Swords. So if you're crossed by this Justice card and you're calling things into judgment in your life, then you're after this Truth card. So maybe that's what you're getting also. Maybe your environment is really giving you a lot of truth as well. But it could represent like a brilliant new idea as also. And that's with the other cards, with the Knight, with the pages here, I can see that as well. I can see you're also feeling very cautious inside of you, that you're bringing that with you about whatever this is. And you fear the Three of Swords, which is heartache, which is, it's what you feel when you have to end certain relationships. Sometimes you have to let certain friendships go, I mean, you know, people come and go in our lives. Sometimes certain friends of yours take a path that is like so divergent from yours, and you have to sever those relationships. And it's difficult because, you know, you care about those people, and once upon a time that was a relationship that was very important to you. So I think you fear having to end some of these relationships in order to move forward in your life now with how you want to be. But look at your beautiful outcome. Look at your beautiful outcome, Aries. It's a Two of Cups, which is gorgeous. It's new connections, new friendships, new relationships, whether work relationships, friend relationships, or even, you know, romantic relationships. It's new emotional connections coming your way. So that is lovely. That is lovely. So I wonder what our confirmation card might be. It could be more swords, could be more about these swords, or a word of warning about the swords, or what you need to do. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a Four of Swords stepping into this Five of Swords this week. A Four of Swords would be a great warning. That's a warning to be quiet and just listen and be contemplative. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it was a Four of Swords. But it could be more advice about you feeling the Seven down in your subconscious, the fear of exhaustion here. Let's find out what it is. It's another page, but this time a Page of Cups. Definitely something new starting out. All this page energy, and I feel like all these pages are you, because you're at a new beginning. You've reached the world. You've reached this pinnacle. And now you're starting something new. You got a new idea. You got this new thought coming into your life. You're starting to study more toward it. You're going to make new connections that are going to help you toward it. And this Page of Cups is beautiful. He's whimsy. He's also represents taking kind of a step of faith and following your dreams, is this Page of Cups. So I feel like you're also following your dreams now. So I think that's a beautiful confirming card there, Aries. Thank you for joining me this week. I'll hope to see you back here next week. If you enjoyed this, if you're still here, do smash that thumbs up, that like button. It helps the channel a lot. Hit subscribe. First 500 subscribers are free, and I'll see you here next week. If you enjoyed